A comment in a previous video asked to give an overview of the Brush Studio. So in this micro course, we're going to look at all the main tabs and features of how to set up your own customized brushes. In the pixel persona, go to the brush menu and pull down a new round brush. We're going to set all the settings to 0 and kind of walk through each of these. It's no surprise that the size slider adjusts the size of the brush. Moving on. In general, it's probably easiest to think of the accumulation slider as opacity. Decreasing a brush's hardness will give you a feathered, soft edge. 200% spacing will create a space of a brush instance between brush instances. And cranking that down to 0 gives you a nice smooth stroke. In addition, the spacing interacts with things like accumulation to create some interesting effects. Set to 100%, the flow will give each brush stroke pass a full fill. By lowering that to a lower percentage, you can slowly build up the color over time. You can also limit how dark a brush will get by having the flow turned down and the accumulation turned down. Adjusting the shape slider will move the round brush to an oval brush, and if you keep going all the way to 0, a vertical line. By combining the shape with rotation, you can create some very interesting calligraphy effects. I just change the angle and you get thick in one direction and thin in another. This is great for drawing and for hand lettering. Here's just a quick gallery of some of the effects you can get by combining various slider effects with the rotation and shape options. The last two features on the General tab are the blend mode and wet edges. We'll do the wet edges first. Turning this on basically recreates a watercolor effect by making the brushes interact with each other, each brush stroke kind of bleeding a little bit in. By cranking down the hardness, you get that dark edge and a light center, which is characteristic of watercolor. You're probably familiar with layer blend modes. A blend mode just dictates how a layer's colors will interact with those on a lower layer. Those same features are able to be applied directly to a brush. By playing around with various blend modes, you can get some really interesting effects. Thanks for watching. Next time we'll take a look at the Dynamics tab. Hope you learned something. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Feel free to put questions down below in the comments and subscribe if you like this content. We'll see you next time.